And now, the general weather around Alaska.
First graphic, hazardous weather graphic. There are no watches, warnings, or advisories, at least currently, anywhere across the state. And from there, going to the Anchorage snowfall total for the 2023-24 season. And another inch fell today by about midday. So up through, as of midday, April 4th, we picked up, that moved us from 4th place into 3rd place here, passing the 55-56 season. Need another 3.4 inches, or actually call it 3.5 inches here to move into 2nd place and pass the 54-55 year. And just 5.3 more inches will tie us for 1st place during the 2011 to 2012 season. And there's probably maybe a 50-50 chance that we may end up with the snowiest season on record. And from there, looking at satellite imagery, here's the moisture that brought the snow across south central Alaska today, with much lighter amounts up here to the north and northeast. But anywhere from 2 to 4 inches fell up the Susitna Valley and around Trapper Creek, Talkeetna. And again, an inch in Anchorage with lighter amounts down to the south there. Kind of a low developing here just south of the Kenai Peninsula there. Another band of snow showers coming into the southwest interior here. And yet another one developing out here over the northern Bering Sea. Otherwise, not a lot going on. Just some scattered rain and snow showers here over the Aleutians. And you can see the outer edge of the next big storm is going to be moving into the Aleutians later tonight and tomorrow. Some more gale and storm force winds, and rather dry day, at least mostly there for the southeast coast today, with possibly a few sunbreaks, especially early on. And then you can see the clouds increasing here along the north coast as this system approaches from the west. And on the chart today, again, snow or rain and snow coming across south central Alaska. Along the North Gulf Coast, areas of snow here along the front extending back up in toward the northwest part of the state with the low center over the Seward Peninsula here, and then a broad area of southwest flow, west-southwest flow coming all the way across the Bering Sea right into the southwest coast. And again, scattered snow showers over the Aleutians. And looking at the forecast for tonight, again, this another trough will make landfall along the Yukon Delta coast. And I'll bring more snow into the southwest interior from actually Norton Sound, maybe the Seward Peninsula southward for tonight into the possibly into northwest Bristol Bay. And snow continues over northern Cook Inlet and into the Mananuska-Susitna valleys tonight, with lesser amounts down towards southern Cook Inlet, and dry for Kodiak Island. This slowly moving eastward here pushes precipitation, mostly in the form of rain, into the southeast coast with that south-southwest wind flow ahead of the frontal system there. Pretty good chance of snow across some areas of the Copper River Basin up to the Alaska Range here, and up over the Kobuk-Koyukuk Valley could see a little bit of snow there, otherwise dry up to the Arctic coast. Next big storm just making it onto the chart there is a 978 millibar center that deepens tomorrow afternoon to 967 millibars as it just moves east of the Shemiah-2 area. Storm and gale force winds associated with that, and some gales with the front extending eastward here as it pushes across the Atka by afternoon, by about 3 or 4 in the afternoon tomorrow. It'll be past Atka, and the rain and wind will be increasing for the eastern Aleutians and eventually for the Pribilofs. Break over the northern Bering Sea northward into the Chukchi Sea. And a couple of low centers up here, a general trough of low pressure, scattered snow showers out here associated with it, all the way down into Bristol Bay, the Aleutian Range. And snow slowly ending from west to east here for northern Cook Inlet. Should be a basically dry, definitely in the afternoon for the Kenai Peninsula. Southern Cook Inlet, some sunshine for Kodiak Island. Again, could be some fair amounts of sunshine up into Seldovia, Port Muller, Homer, and maybe even all the way up into possibly Kenai in the afternoon. Could see some sunshine. Soldotna, snow for the North Gulf Coast, snow over the southeast interior, rain for the Panhandle as that front pushes through, and then another trough keeps it showery over the southeast coast, or just periods of rain there and snow at the higher elevations, snow showers North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound. Drying out though south central Alaska, much of the central western interior here. Out into the northern Bering Sea will be dry with pretty good winds, pretty light winds, and some snow showers here along the Alaska Range. Also some areas of snow over the upper Tanana Valley 40-mile country, definitely reaching north of Eagle. And out to the west, that low center from tomorrow afternoon tracks east and then southeast here, about ready to drop across eastern Aleutians Saturday night there on for the a little bit farther than the for Sunday. It'll actually move across the eastern Aleutians Saturday night and dropping southward for a change there instead of rolling up into the Gulf. So that's going to pull colder northeast winds into the northern central Bering Sea there. A lot of precipitation here in the form of rain or snow with gusty winds for the eastern and central Aleutians, snow into Bristol Bay. Another low center here develops south of Kodiak Island. Rain and snow associated with that, and still a chance of snow, mainly Chugach Mountains here, south central Alaska into Prince William Sound, maybe the Mananuska Valley, but pretty sparse in the Copper River Basin. Snow showers along the Alaska Range up to the north, as I already mentioned. And for the lows tonight, in the teens and 20s here over much interior Alaska, all the way out to the southwest coast, including St. Lawrence Island, around 30 for the Pribilofs, mid-30s for the Aleutians, and anywhere from 5 to 10 for the North Slope and Arctic coast, and in the 20, or mostly in the 30s for the southeast coast. Highs tomorrow in the 40s for the Panhandle, extend in toward Middleton Island, Yakutat, a little over 40, 41 in Homer, 42 Talkeetna in the Susitna Valley tomorrow, and otherwise in the 30s. 30s here in the central interior, 20s for the Brooks Range, and teens for the Arctic coast, and mostly in the 30s for the Pribilofs and 40s for the Aleutians. Lows on Saturday morning, 0 to 10 for the North Slope Arctic coast into the Brooks Range, otherwise 15 to 25 in the central interior. Colder temperatures, though, coming back southward through the Bering Strait there, so a low of about 9 for Savunga and Gamble, 30 for the Pribilofs, 20s, lower 20s on the southwest coast, upper 20s, lower 30s for the Panhandle, and then the highs for Saturday afternoon, 40 to 45 south central Alaska, and mid to upper 40s for the southeast coast, lower 40s Copper River Basin, well into the 30s for the central interior, but lower 20s from the Brooks Range on out to the, Brooks Range into the North Slope, and mostly in the teens for the Arctic coast, but upper teens, staying below 20 for St. Lawrence Island, in toward Shishmaref and Tin City.